There's way too many flies in this forest. Can we get out of here?
Yes! If we get it right. But nobody there, nobody there. Nobody wants to pick us up. I don't know why. Do we look like homeless people?
Saskatchewan is a vast land in the center of Canada with endless forest and more rivers and lakes than anyone could ever count. While the northern wildernesses are not exactly a tourist hotspot, there's plenty of rivers, dense forest, remote roads, and tons of mosquitoes. We came here with our packrafts, inflatable red little boats that we can take anywhere and paddle anywhere. Our goal was a multi-day expedition through the remote lands so we could see the beauty that this wilderness has to offer.
The Montreal River, almost dead center in Saskatchewan. This is an excellent wilderness adventure. It's going to take us 4 days to paddle 83 kilometers without seeing a soul.
And the best part, there's no grizzlies.
Just black bears, skunks, porcupines, no snakes.
And tons of mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's mostly just mosquitoes. We're almost at the bridge on the first stretch here of the Montreal River, and the river has tightened up with more rapids, overhanging trees, and this is probably the most beautiful part yet. One thing that's not common on this river is good campsites. First you need like a rocky beach or somewhere to get the boats out to wash dishes where you're not going to sink, you know, 8 inches into thick mud. And there are scattered rocks, but as you can see, the rocks are not exactly on a clearing. Like in there's nowhere to put a tent. And there's been a couple clearings that we got excited for that were doable, but they were filled with sticky bushes. And prickers, stickers, those are really bad for inflatable boats, so we passed on them. Yeah, we're beaching the kayaks here and we're looking for a campsite. It's time to get off the river. We've done like 35 kilometers today, but there is nowhere easy to camp on this river. There's just so much brush. Nothing is clear. We're gonna have to make a campsite because we ain't gonna find one. I have no idea how we're gonna make this work. Part of the adventure. It needs a bit of clearing out, but it's on the water. And here we can spend 12 hours bonding with the mosquitoes. And now we have this lush green space on this warm mattress of 3 foot tall grass. But it comes with a catch. The mosquitoes are everywhere. So fortunately, we were smart enough to bring a Thermacell. This is the Thermacell. This is the most important thing for a river trip. If you don't have this, you're done. You would just go crazy out here. There are so many mosquitoes, unless you have this.
Mexican food, fried beans with chili oil.
It's a new day. The pollen count is insane. And it's time to start paddling.
And we're gonna paddle 20 kilometers.
Not exactly whitewater, but an awesome way to just be on the lazy river. Are you barefoot on the Montreal River?
I want to feel free!
It's here that we get splashed. Just endlessly packing. The reality is, when you're in the backcountry, about half your day seems to be just either unpacking or repacking or looking for stuff. And then a good portion is also cooking, eating, and washing dishes. And then on a really good day, there's time left over to actually have the adventure. Is it runnable? Of course! It empties into this massive lake. This is Barker's Lake. I don't know how long it goes on for. And then after this comes Devil Lake. It's absolutely stunning. One of the finest places in North America for sure. I am blown away by the waterways of the Canadian Shield here in Saskatchewan. Where one lake ends, another begins. Just the interchange is marked by a set of rapids. This one, I don't even know the name. This is the start of the Moray Channel though. Just run it straight, nice and clean like that. Looks like nothing, or does it? That was a lot of fun. We got soaked. You have fun?
I have fun!
Let's see what happens in this massive wave train. Here we go. Up over the wave. Into the hole. Woo! Woo! Whoa! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! This is where we end. This is one of the last takeout points without a huge bushwhack, but this is still going to be an epic bushwhack to get back to the highway and try to hitchhike. Look at these plants. There is no path. There's no easily route onward. So we're going to dive into the wilderness and get intimate with all these leaves. Suhei's loaded up. I'm loaded up. Mine's definitely heavier. And now mosquitoes are awful. But now we have made it to the road. Hopefully a car can pass and give us a lift. It's about 70 kilometers back to town with no services, nothing. Look at this road. Oh my gosh. This is the middle of nowhere. Isn't this fantastic, Suhei? Suhei?